I welcome you into today's video, a man's silent battle with suicidal thoughts. Eli was the kind of man everyone waved to, the neighbor who watered his plants at the same time each day, the coworker who remembered birthdays, the one who brought extra snacks for the break room. To the world, he was steady, predictable, kind. But Eli lived with a war no one saw. Every morning he opened his eyes and waited for a reason to get out of bed. Some days it was the coffee machine that gurgled like an old friend. Other days it was guilt. But most days it was muscle memory. Eli smiled out of habit. He answered, "I'm good." So often it became a reflex. He passed by mirrors quickly, unable to look at the man staring back. The one with tired eyes, shoulders slightly hunched, and silence tucked in his pockets like pebbles weighing him down. No one knew Eli had rehearsed his goodbye more times than he could count. He had written letters, then torn them, stood on bridges, then walked away. He kept pills in his drawer, not to take, but because he needed to know they were there, a way out. It wasn't that he wanted to die. He just didn't know how to keep living. Anxiety, like static, filled his brain. Every task, an avalanche. Every smile, an effort. His chest often felt tight, like the world sat on it, uninvited. The hardest part? No one asked, no one saw. Until one evening, after work, something shifted. Eli stayed late to finish paperwork. The office was quiet, lights humming above. He sat motionless, staring at the screen, when Claire, an intern barely out of college, poked her head in. "Still here?" she asked, smiling. He nodded. She didn't leave. Instead, she walked in and sat. Silence filled the room, thick but not awkward. She looked at him for a moment, and then softly said, "You okay?" He hesitated. The instinct was to say yes, fine, great, but he didn't. Something about her question, the timing, the gentleness, or maybe the way she didn't fill the silence too quickly. He didn't answer, and in that silence, tears welled in his eyes. Claire didn't panic. She didn't offer cliches. She just said, "You don't have to talk, but I can sit here. You don't have to be alone." That was the night Eli didn't fall apart, but he also didn't keep it together. He went home and stared at the pills, then flushed them. The next day, he didn't pretend to be okay. He made an appointment with a therapist, told his doctor about the tightness, opened up haltingly about the thoughts, the hopelessness. It wasn't quick or smooth. Healing came like spring after a long winter, slow, hesitant, interrupted by cold days. But he showed up. He walked more, started journaling. He learned to say, "Today is hard." He learned that pain didn't make him weak, that tears didn't make him broken, that survival was strength. Over time, Eli found a rhythm. He joined a small men's group. None of them had perfect lives. They spoke of father wounds, job losses, silent fears. They laughed, they wept, they met every Thursday. And on one of those Thursdays, a younger man shared his story. He said, "I was close to ending it. I thought no one cared. But someone asked if I was okay. That saved me." Eli looked up. It was Claire's younger brother. Eli didn't speak. He didn't need to, because in that moment, he knew. Pain had a purpose. His survival had created a ripple. The war didn't end, but the silence did. He learned to live alongside the shadows. Some mornings were still hard, but he had tools, people, truths. And every year, on the anniversary of the night he flushed the pills, he lit a candle. Not in mourning, but in gratitude for the quiet battles fought, and the louder ones yet to come. He taught others to ask twice. He started conversations that mattered. And in his own gentle way, Eli reminded the world that the strongest people are not always the loudest. That invisible wars are real. That asking, "Are you okay?" could save a life. And that sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is keep breathing, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Keep breathing even when it hurts.